need to get a touch up on the Hasan drama, and who better to tell me than more Pegasus. Now, I thought about going with the sloppiest of slop tubers and going to Nuxtaku about this, but like trying to figure out where Nuxtaku's at in the realm of the chaos that he calls his channel is just impossible. That dude's channel is like a minefield of monstrosity mess. So we are going to be watching more Pegasus' video on Hummus Pickles, and we're going to see what the newest thing is, because obviously it's Hasan just did the unthinkable.
Welcome back to absolutely peak entertainment. In today's video, Hasan is once again crying about Asmongold, saying people that watch him are in an echo chamber. He's now glazing the CC.
No way, dude. No way is Hasan saying other people are in an echo chamber. Dude's entire community is just basically waiting for him to pass out the flavor aid.
And North Korea while shit-talking America. This is a guy who just last video was telling Asmongold to leave his country, by the way.
Why don't you get the f out of my country, Asmongold?
Because he totally loves America.
America deserved 9/11, dude.
Dude, I honestly think it's so funny whenever Hasan utilizes rhetoric that's like, he's like, get out of my country. By the way, I hate America. I want to destroy American imperialism. America deserved 9/11, dude. I'll honestly kill Senator Rick Scott. It's like, dude, stop. Just stop, bro. Like, why, who made you the orbiter on anything? Because you are an unhinged nut job that is basically the left-wing Nick Fuentes.
I'm saying it.
And I think Americans are gross.
Now, it turns out Hamas Diddy Piker is also defending the Death to America chant. Unsurprising from the #1 terrorist.
Yeah, dude, honestly, that is another reason, like, people always, like, show up in my chat and they're like, why won't you support Hamas, and why won't you, Hezbollah, and all, like, they name, like, 87 terrorist group, and I'm like, well, they are terrorist group, and they're like, well, America made them terrorist group, that doesn't mean that's, I'm like, dude, they say death to America. I'm obviously not gonna like a group that doesn't like me, bro. If the group wants me dead, I am not gonna be fucking Cash Money chill with those guys. I'm not gonna be dabbing it up hands, dude. We're not gonna be docking each other's penises. There is no realm of possibility I'm gonna be cool with a group that has a chance this is death to America. They can pound sand up their dick holes for all I fucking care.
Glizzy Gladiator. He's apparently gone to the protests again. Already subscribed so Hasan gets stripped of his American citizenship and is finally deported.
I think Hasan was born in the USA, to be honest. I know he's like part Turkish, but I don't think he was born in Turkey. I think he is an American citizen. I will double check that, so I don't think he can be deported.
And let's start with this clip where Hasan is complaining about Asmongold, talking about echo chambers.
I promise you, I always say this. If you go on Twitter, you think Elon Musk is the most popular guy on the planet, right? Like, holy sh**, so many glazers. I mean,
yeah, he was born in New Jersey. Oh, gee, he's fucking from New Jersey, dude. Imagine being from New Jersey. That's like saying I was born in the middle of a nuclear fallout zone, dude. Oh God, Jersey. Dude, the greatest thing to come out of New Jersey was the show Jersey Shore. And I guess now Hasan, you have fucking Mike the Situation and Hasan are your greatest achievements, Jersey. You fucking suck.
There's even still plenty of haters of Elon on Twitter as well. But like, if your only assessment of the world is conducted by who you consume online, if you see the giant numbers that people like Asmongold have in terms of audiences.
Bro's so jealous, dude. He's so fucking pathetically jealous of Asmongold. It's so sad. Dude's roaching out to the point that, like, he's got dead, like, animals falling from his ceiling every 2 seconds, and he's outperforming you. How does that even happen? You have, like, all of your gay little posters with your face in them in the background, bro, and you can't even, like, you're turning your ego up to 11, and at the same time, your chat's, like, leaving, and nobody cares about you anymore in the same capacity they used to, because Asmongold's like climbing out of his slime pit to stream every day and beat you fucking easily.
And you look at Twitter and you see all of the half-botted, half-popular support for neo-Nazi sentiment, you will genuinely develop a false...
By the way, it's so funny to me. Like, remember, this is the guy that gets mad anytime he gets called out to say that, they're going after free... They're going after free speech, guys. They're fucking going after free speech. How could they do this to me? This is America. This is America. And then as soon as he hates a platform like X or whatever, he's like, they're doing head speech. They're doing this thing. They should get banned. They're doing better numbers than me. They should kick them off the platform. Bro's like the king of telling telling other people to get fucking get fucked. He loves to tell people to get fucked and like use platforms to just nuke them out of oblivion so that he can be the only prominent voice, and it pisses him off that there's somebody else that's on Twitch that is beating him. It honestly eats him alive, and he wants them gone.
Sense of what the world looks like.
Okay, guys, it's official. Hasan is no longer the Epson Home Cinema 5050. He is the Sony VPL XW5000ES, the best projector ever created, delivering a stunning 4K picture without ever having to replace a lamp. Congratulations on the promotion, Hasan. This level of delusion is insane, bro. You are the one in the echo chamber, bro. Bro legit thinks that most Americans are on his side. Bro, most Americans are not terrorist supporters, nor is the rest of the world. Absolutely.
Dude, the moment any of these groups are like, death to America, I'm like, fuck you, buddy. Go fuck yourself, dude. I come out like with that, like, hey, brother, I don't think I like you. I hit them with that, and then they just can't deal, bro. They can't fucking deal, and they're like, can we dock penises? I'm so sorry. I'm like, no penis docking for you, you fucking goon bag, dude. Go be a cum goblin somewhere else.
Nobody but your fringe cult shares your radical views. Your audience is filled with largely unemployed, depressed people who have no prospects in life, so they turn to their only option, which is lighting the world on fire and dividing people and encouraging violence. Hasan is the type of guy to address his literal cult-like audience who is actively in an echo chamber and cry about other people being in an echo chamber. Keep in mind that—
Dude, by the way, it's so funny that he, like, came back and he said that I was making mistakes. I truly made a mistake about drinking the Coke Zero on stream. They were bad. I'm switching to Dr. Peppers. I'm switching to the Dr. Peppers, and it's gonna be better. And the motherfucker didn't even check to see that Dr. Pepper is in like a worse category on like the list of like banned groups on that. I don't think you can drink anything anymore, to be honest. I don't think you can have fun if you go along with that fucking who likes Israel ban list. It's basically starve yourself to death until you get Palestine gets what they are. Not Palestine. I think Palestine just wants Palestinians just want fucking Hamas and Israel to stop shooting at them, and that's not gonna happen. So basically, on the let's support Hamas tier list, yeah, basically just starve yourself with eating grains of rice you grow in your backyard, and you're not allowed to drink soda. And Hummus Pickles pretends to care about it while doing the exact opposite and not checking it.
People who watch Hasan literally spam hearts for a shooter. These people justify lighting people on fire with Molotov cocktails if they disagree with them. They think violence to achieve their goals is perfectly fine, including burning cars and robbing stores and supporting terrorists. Definitely not an echo chamber, guys. Anyways, this next part, Hasan is watching a parade for the United States Army, and basically the entire time, he spends shitting on America and glazing the CCP in North Korea.
Why is this sauce?
By the way, it's so funny that he glazes the CCP so hard, dude. Dude literally swept for a genocide in China of Muslims. The guy that cares so much about genocides happening to Muslims pretended a genocide didn't happen in China. The same sources he uses, he called anti-CCP propaganda. At the time of that genocide, he called Al Jazeera and these other outlets that he now uses to prove his points. He called them anti-CCP propaganda. It's fucking retarded.
I think other countries that don't have much in terms of military conquest.
And by the way, I'm gonna pull up Hasan while they real quick. We're gonna pull up a Hasan video, and I'm just gonna go to
Donald Trump has been going nutty mode, talking big on the timeline. As you know, yesterday he urged the evacuation of Tehran.
Hold on. We don't need to listen to this fucker talk, but I want to see if he eats or drinks anything. We're gonna see if he drinks anything because I'm gonna prove that he's a fucking goon bag. We got drinks back there. I can't tell what they are. Where is he not paying attention again? Not paying attention again. He's being a fucking goon bag. Does he not drink anything in this fucking... He cuts it all out, dude. He cuts it all out because he's a fucking pussy. You know that he, like, took 87 drink breaks in his actual stream of this. So... Nah, nothing fun to make fun of him for. This is gay, dude. Like, every time it seems like I pop up a Hasan Piker video, the dude's, like, fucking doing something that is, like, the opposite of what he's supposed to be doing by his values, his fucking values. He doesn't care about any of this shit, dude. This is just how he gets paid, dude. He's like, how can I go into my audience hard enough? Well, we gotta spit roast each other until we're all in one mindset. What were those fucking things called in Star Trek? The Borgs? He's like a fucking Borg, dude. He's one of the Borgs.
spend a lot more of their limited efforts on putting together sick-ass parades. That's why our parades look kind of sauceless. Low-key, the North Korean parade is better than this. Chinese parades are way sicker than this. North Korean parades are way sicker than this.
So I'm going to use his own logic here. This is kind of what he said to Asmongold, bro. If you like it there so much, go there. Go to North Korea.
I feel that, bro. Just go fucking move to China. You had the money to do it. It's so funny when I hear like actually I give fucking Ellen DeGeneres props. Ellen DeGeneres was like, I hate Trump. I'm gonna move. And she fucking did, bro. Now she can't harass people in her fucking own studio anymore. The world's a better place because she decided to stand by her values. Hasan, at any moment you can move to China. You can go fucking find Kim Jong Schmigglebiggle, whatever his fucking name is, and you can suck his North Korean dick all day, bro. I'm sure he would love you making propaganda for them. I bet he would pay you, dude. He constantly is glazing up Dennis Rodman, so like if he's willing to have Dennis Rodman around, you know that he's willing to have you around, bro. Just go move to North Korea.
I'm sure they will love to welcome Hamas Diddy Baby Oil Piker. I'm sure they throw a lot of Diddy parties. You will enjoy it. Hasan, the America lover, by the way, the red-blooded patriot right here, the constant glazing of North Korea and basically any enemy of America. And his brilliant political commentary is, well, other countries have better parades because they have more time to do that because America's too busy fighting. How the f does anybody listen to this guy, bro? It's literal brain rot political commentary. Now, I don't think I can play the music here, but basically here he is glazing the CCP and North Korea armies, and they basically like move in complete.
I'm sorry, you see this, bro? This looks so fucking fake. It almost looks like he's in front of a green screen. Check this
commentary.
out.
Now, I don't think I can play the music here, but basically here he is.
Dude, doesn't that look like he's in front of a green screen? No, I don't know, dude. I don't know how good the shit is, but it definitely looks almost green screened.
Blazing the CCP and North Korea armies, and they basically like move in complete sync. It's a bit unnerving, but look at that smile on his face. Bro is creaming his pants as we speak.
And it's like Kim Jong, yummy, yummy. Kim Jong, dude, I've heard of Kim's chi, but I want to fucking Kim Jong your wiener into my mouth.
After seeing Hasan glaze North Korea, a chatter basically calls him out, and here's his response.
LMFAO, but if Americans did this, you'd all be calling them Nazis. When China does it, it's hilarious. First of all, I am pro-parade. I have said this over and over again. It's one of the things that like actually my leftist community gets mad at me about is my pro-parade, pro-military parade position. I just wish that we had a little bit more marching discipline, you know?
So you're saying
like these guys are just fucking walking. Like they're not marching. They're just walking.
Actually, this is a funny point. So during World War II, so America's marching's always been a little bit more sloppy. It's got a kind of a very like bounciness to it, right? And there was something that I saw in an old World War II documentary. Now, it was years ago. My dad was watching it on TV, like every father does. And I remember this British guy was like, I remember that when I saw somebody marching with kind of a sloppy step and I saw them walking up, I knew the Americans were there and we were saved. I was like, damn, bro. Doesn't matter how fucked up their marching looks, dude. When the Americans showed up, you knew those Germans were getting fucky-wuckied, bro. You knew they were gonna get fucky-wuckied. Those Nazis were getting fucking blasted into oblivion and the British were saved. I don't know. That line went super hard for me and I don't even know what it was from. If you know what it's from, dude, definitely put it in the comments below.
Walking.
And while you're down there, like and subscribe, you beautiful goon bags.
Bro, like look at how organized the Chinese military is. Versus this, they're like, oh yeah, all right. They're schlubbing. They're not fully synced up.
Future enlistment
like, look at
and
this.
Desire to participate in the army because we are an all volunteer force. Conscription.
Kidding me?
Era.
Dude, Hasan will find any reason possible to criticize America. It's crazy. This guy's like an agent sent by the enemies of America to destroy the country from the inside. Hasan, we don't see your ass marching. Get out there, bro. Fight for what you believe in. Oh, wait, you need your maid to wipe your ass sweat from your $3 million mansion. And who honestly cares if they aren't marching 100% in sync in a parade which is meant to be a celebration? They obviously go through intense, rigorous training like every other army in the world. I don't think it matters when you're on the battlefield if your fucking hands are in sync when someone launches a grenade at you. By the way, this guy claims to love America. Mr. America deserved 9/11. Mr. Glazer of anything against America ever. If a new species of aliens came to Earth, he would defect.
Dude, he would 100% root for him. He's like, the glip-glops are not the bad guys. And then the glip-glops are just ripping people in half and like sucking out their internal organs. They're just like wearing like fucking human faces just attached to them. They look like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And Hasan's like, but actually they're the good guys. I swear to you, listen to me. I'm Hummus Pickles, and Hummus Pickles, when I say that they're the good guys, I promise they're the good guys. And it's not like they wouldn't even like waste their time in like nuking him, because they're like, well, he's obviously retarded enough to believe, even though we're ripping people half and sucking their butthole juice through our fucking straws. Obviously, if he thinks we're the good guys, we're gonna let him keep propagandizing forever. I mean, the dude's just insufferable.
Immediately, bro is a traitor. Then after this, he has the most insane take ever. He says doing a parade to honor the army is being like North Korea somehow. Somehow it's like a dictatorship to honor the army.
This is like, I'm not lived up enough to be like, oh, this is like North Korea, but like low-key, this is like North Korea, bro. Like straight up. Oh, we're showing the world our military prowess by what? Marching through the streets?
Bro, heaven forbid they honor the guys who get their legs blown off in a war on the other side of the world, bro. Heaven forbid they have a day to honor the people who are protected.
Dude, I think every country honors their military, bro. What country wouldn't do this? You're fucking actually retarded to think it's like, we shouldn't show off our troops because it shows bad signs. It's like, dude, you're retarded. I don't understand how anybody like puts on a Hasan Piker stream and they're just like, oh yes, this is exactly what I wanted. This is exactly what I wanted today. Tell me, Hasan. No, dude, it's like 40-year-old housewives that think that they still have a chance with him.
Protecting your privileged ass in your $1 million mansion. And what is wrong with this show of strength? That is literally what keeps you safe. That is literally what is allowing you to yap on your goddamn Twitch stream all day, every day for the past few years. If you did not have the army and the cops in general to protect you, your mansion would be raided and ransacked, and a lot of people don't like you, so you'd probably even be dead.
I know this is just one day, but this is a celebration that's supposed to last the entire year.
By the way, anybody who puts their own fan art behind them, like puts like super fan art to like where it's like, I'm in Wolfenstein, I'm in this, look at this other picture of me, then look at this other picture of me. They're a fucking loser. They're a loser, dude. If you're so narcissistic that you need pictures like done up art pieces of yourself around the house, you're a fucking loser, bro.
Do you think this can be a reset for the country?
I do think so, because remember that it's the...
No one cares, bro. Cleric, low-key, this parade is kind of bunk compared to USSR and DPRK ones. I know, that's why I was showing side by side the Chinese parade and the DPRK parade.
So oh today, God, dude, he just glazes up everyone else. Dude needs to find a country that is cool enough for him, I guess, that holds all of his values, and just move there, bro. You got the money to do it. Sell your $3 million mansion. You can probably start a sweatshop in one of these countries, and then you can like sell your fucking merch to the goonbags over here that are retarded enough to be in your fucking cult, and you'll be fine.
Military doesn't march. Like they don't march in unison. Like they don't do any like serious marches.
Brilliant commentary again, Hasan. The U.S. Army, guys, just doesn't do any serious marches. Brilliant. How did he think of that one? Hasan, we're in the age of missiles and drones and nuclear bombs. I think marching is the least of their worries. And honestly, for the love of God, just leave America at this point. Open up a spot for somebody else who actually likes the country. Anyways, now let's get to one of the craziest clips in the entire series so far. Hasan is here defending the Death to America chant. So if you didn't know, Iran and Israel are having a fight right now, right? They're launching missiles.
Yeah, dude, it's getting really giggity schmoodle over between Iran, my bad, dude. Iran and fucking Israel are just going giggity like schmiggle biggle on each other. They're passing each other around in not a good way, bro. This isn't like cool consensual sex. This is like dropping bombs on each other's countries, aiming at civilians. It's not cool what's going on over there. Big L's are happening in the Middle East right now. So yeah.
Missiles at each other. Now, I can't really play these clips, but you can easily find them on Twitter. Here we have the supreme leader of Iran, and he frequently has people chanting death to America, death to Israel, death to England, and several other similar things.
Yeah, fuck this guy, dude. Fuck the leader of Iran, dude. If you're gonna say death to America, I don't fucking like you. I think that's fair. If you have the mindset that you're like, I like anybody who dislikes America and you live in America, you are a fucking loser, dude. You have no life. You're a fucking nothing. I don't respect your opinion whatsoever. Like, I feel like to come to a table to have like an honest conversation, you should want the country to be better, yeah, but like we should all rally against people who fucking hate us, right? If I look over in this, I'm in a room, right? If I'm in a room and it's like me and another American and a British dude, and the British dude looks at me, he's like, oi, oi, at least we don't have school shootings. I'm like, our food's fucking better. You guys can't even, like, have a fucking katana without going to jail. You have a bad tweet, you fucking go to jail. Basically, you go to jail for fucking sneezing in the wrong direction in England. You fucking stupid Brit. I will roast the fuck out of that guy. I will talk about how his teeth look like they're in a UFC match. I will make fun of that motherfucker just for stepping on my toes in that situation. If we're gonna go country for country, brother, I'm gonna be on the side. I'm gonna be screeching like a motherfucking eagle. I'm gonna ah, ah, ah. That's a crow. That is definitely a crow. But I would figure out an eagle sound in the moment, and I would fucking eagle all over that bitch.
Actually, they don't like Americans very much. And obviously, Hasan seeing this is just creaming his pants, right? Yeah, because he just loves anyone that hates America. And if you remember, this slogan is also used by the terrorists that Hasan supports, like the Houthis. Sorry, my bad. Luffy from One Piece, of course. So anyways, getting to the clip, here he is.
By the way, I hate this Luffy slander, dude. I ever since this goon fuck had to bring Luffy into Blood War in the Middle East, it sucks, dude. Because Luffy is the greatest anime character of all time, behind Guts, obviously, dude. Guts is like the best, dude, because Berserk is the best. But like One Piece is like up there with Berserk in my mind. Like, it's the best shonen. It is my favorite, dude. I fucking love One Piece. It's 1,000 episodes of fucking gold. Brilliant, like storytelling, like world building. One Piece does it all great. And not once have I seen Luffy hold somebody hostage against their will. Hasn't happened. In fact, every time there's been a hostage, he frees the hostages. It's kind of crazy how he stands for the opposite of what you fucking idiots stand for.
Reacting to the leader of Israel, and instead of any reasonable criticism, you know, there's plenty you can criticize him for, he immediately defends the Death to America chant out of all of this, and then he justifies it using the most insane mental gymnastics you will ever see.
It's led millions in the chants of death to Israel and death to America.
I know this is a tough concept to grasp for Americans living in the comfort of their own suburbs, but close your eyes for a moment and imagine the most powerful force on the planet. It would have to be like an alien force with superior technology at this point, because there's no more powerful force in America. Just consistently fucking destroying, consistently wiping out other countries.
Yeah, bro, they fucking said that they want us dead. They want us dead, so I don't care. I don't care if Israel fucking giggity schmoodles their military. Now, I feel bad for the civilians who also probably hate their government. Absolutely feel bad for them. But if their military going after Israel while chanting death to America, dude, fuck their military, bro. Like, I don't care about this other country's military that wants me dead. Sorry. Like, they said they want me dead. That doesn't mean that's like walking into a UFC match. Okay, this is a little bit more serious than a UFC match, but I'm gonna make this comparison anyway. It's like walking up and I get to talk to both fighters, and the first fighter says, "Fuck you, I hope you die," and I'd be like, "Wow, dude, cool." Another guy's like, he's like, "I'm a dickhead as well, and I suck," but he doesn't want me dead, so I'm still gonna root for him. He still sucks. He's still a dickhead, but at least he doesn't want me fucking dead. That's a bonus. So that's kind of how I feel about. I like, again, I don't give a shit about, like, I don't care enough about this thing in the Middle East to where I'm gonna make it my whole life, because like politics don't matter that much to me. I think it is fucking funny how anytime like a group that is like super anti-America, you want me to vote or to root for just because you think they've got the wrong end of a deal. Fuck you. They hate me. Why should I rally against my own self-interests
in the region, and then or even using like Canada to with regular frequency blow up parts of America? You have no retaliation. What would you think about that alien force? You would think that they are the greatest evil of all time. You would unite in arms. You would say death to that alien force every day.
Right, so he calls America an alien force and supports people chanting this obviously insanely death cult slogan. Now, if you needed any clarification as to what death to America means, it is a warning to the American people that they literally want to end all of them, every American. So yeah, in other news, Hasan is supporting even more insane death cult terrorists. In other news, water is wet. Now, I know most of you understand that this guy is so far beyond a political commentator or an idiot on the internet. He's a dangerous force radicalizing people into supporting terrorists. It's blatantly obvious. He's anti-American in every way. I just wonder how long it will take for the average Hasan fan to understand this. Now, I know a lot of his people...
They're retarded. They're retarded and they hate America too, dude. They're never gonna change their position position. They're fucking so entrenched that they will eat up every piece of gaslighting and omissions of truth, or lies by omission, every lie that Hasan feeds them. They sit down and just wait for the cum to drip down their throat, dude. They will happily suck this weirdo's cock every single day. They're goonbag losers. I'm sorry. And like anybody who's like super to the point that they're rallying behind and chanting for somebody who says death to America, I don't respect you at all, not even a little bit. That has nothing to do with any like, I don't like taking political stances on my channel. I try to like dip my toes here. I try not to jump in full in and say something really stupid, but to me this isn't stupid. They want me dead, so I don't like them. It's pretty, I mean, that's like a third grade like perspective, but come the fuck on. If we can't even get on that, like if we can't even like say that's bad, they say that I don't like them, you're a fucking weirdo.
Actually do support the same thing, right? They are insane radicals as well. But to any Hasan fans that are on the fence, who somehow managed to stumble upon my video through the graces of the YouTube algorithm, this should be a wake-up call, all right? If you are American, I mean, he's supporting the people he wants to dead. I don't know, he's kind of self-destructive in this, in that sort of sense. But yeah, this is just a clear indication that this guy has gone way too far, all right? He is completely insane, and we got the most idiotic people gathering on Twitter to somehow defend this. Here we got Casey saying, people taking offense to the phrase, death to America, are either being intentionally obtuse or they don't really understand what it means. Yes, what could that possibly mean?
Oh yeah, dude, sorry, we need to have like an actual fucking keyboard intellectual explain what death to America means. You see, it actually means down with imperialism. Shut the fuck up, dude. I'm not, they said death to America. I'm not over here saying death to Iran. I'm just saying I'm not gonna support anything they fucking do. I'm not gonna be fucking putting a I Heart Iran shirt on anytime soon because they're fucking goonbags that want me dead.
It's a very complex statement, actually. It doesn't mean literal death to the people here. It's not inciting violence. It means people want to destroy the oppressive system we live under, of course.
Oh, dude, because Iran has a way less oppressive system. Iran is known for its like bounds and leaps and grand jumps of super freedom. They are the most free country, and I forget about that so often.
Of course, that's what it means. You don't understand. We need to ignore exactly what the slogan says and assign your own random unrelated meaning to it.
I mean, like, let's just look up let's look up a couple things here. Let's policy on I know it's been quiet. I know it's been quiet, but I have something I want to look up real quick. Let's see here. Let's see their views on LGBT. Myth versus fact. Myth. Beliefs ingrained in Iranian culture manifested in an ultra-conservative and aggressive government approach. Fact. Iran has maintained and pursued policies which condemn and harshly punish homosexuality, and practice widely and appropriately criticized as a human rights violation. However, this government prosecution does not apply equally to transgender individuals. Gender reassignment surgery is legal in Iran, and a former gender recognition is formal gender recognition is supported by Iranian theocracy. Now, they are not great to people who are gay, but like I think if you decide that you want to like transition, you can totally transition and then be gay. That is like allowed. But if you're gay, dude, that's massively illegal. Sounds super free to me. Sounds like a really free country, bro. That's just one example. I'm not going into every single fucking example of why Iran sucks, dude, but they fucking suck.
Insane. The absolute hoops they are jumping through to justify this is just crazy. And you know the worst part? There are literally people in America on the streets chanting this too at these random protests because of people like Hasan who go on stream 10 hours a day every day, telling people it's okay to do that and justifying the slogan. Personally, I feel like if you say the shit, you need to be locked up. I mean, because you're literally calling for the death of a lot of people. Anyways, after this, Hasan continues his...
I disagree. And this is gonna sound weird because I criticize him so much. I am super for free speech. I am really for free speech, like 100,000%. If you want to chant "Death to America," you totally can. I think you're fucking retarded. Absolutely, I will think you're one of the most retarded people in the entire world. But I think you have the right to say it under the First Amendment.
Revolutionary cosplay. He goes down to the LA No Kings protest and does his usual propaganda, trying to pretend he actually cares about Americans, when we just looked at him justifying a death slogan on his stream. And the worst part, apparently this protest is crawling with Hasan fans.
It's me again. And we are on our way to downtown Los Angeles right now to City Hall. We're gonna go see what the environment looks like. We're gonna go see if the No Kings protesters are still out and about.
Bro, betting money he overspayed, like everything that he's wearing, bro, costs more than my fucking house, dude. He probably spent more money on his fit than my entire fucking house. What a loser.
Hey, what's good?
I've been here since like 10. Oh my god, hello!
Oh shit!
Good to see you, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Doing good.
Oh my god, that is tragic. So, if you didn't know, that is Ethan Nestor, or Crank Gameplays, I think. And I think he had a podcast with Jacksepticeye, and he's like really close with Markiplier and stuff. Bro, you are embarrassing yourself and tanking your reputation by associating with this terrorist-supporting freak. Now, I'm all for peaceful protests. You can totally peaceful protest, whatever. But I draw the line at being buddy-buddy with Hasan at this point, because we just look at...
Yeah, dude, if you're fucking friends with Hasan, dude, you're active. It's like somebody who goes out and hangs out with Nick Fuentes, bro. It's just a fucking bad move, bro.
What? All right, bro.
Optically. Now, I'm not gonna say that you should go cancel the motherfucker because I don't care that much. Don't like, and I'm not for like that mob mentality. Go cancel everybody. But I do think that optically you are hanging out with the fucking extremist, and that's not okay.
Supports the slogan, all right? And I don't know if Ethan has any idea of what this guy actually supports. Obviously, this guy needs to watch the series. In fact, you can just watch this episode and it probably should be enough to convince you. But if you needed any other justification, just watch the entire series. You'll find all the evidence you need that this guy is the biggest scumbag piece of shit, anti-Semitic, anti-American piece of shit there is. Then after this, they're like standing off against the cops. And honestly, I don't know what they're trying to accomplish. Apparently, Trump is going to look at this and immediately stop all deportations. That's how it works. Literal fantasy land, bro. He literally just tweeted that he's gonna go 10 times harder now with the deportations. So congratulations, you have accomplished nothing.
Dude, you guys are fucking winners. Yeah, you did it, boys. You made it worse.
And gathering in the middle of roads, in one part they're in like a four-way intersection. It's like, dude, you have no idea the amount of damage you could be doing. I remember last video I was saying that, oh, people are blocked from going to work, but the most important part is that that's not the only reason people are traveling around. They might be needing to go to the hospital or other way more pressing issues that you might even be.
When Bernie Sanders, the dude who actually stood up for civil rights and like marched with the fucking like civil rights movement back in like the 60s, when he's out there saying like, guys, maybe firebombing fucking cars isn't a good look optically for the movement. Maybe when you see that, you should condemn it so it stops happening. And these fuckers are like, shut up, Bernie Sanders, you fucking fogey. Maybe, and I'm just going out on a limb here. That's just like fucking retarded, dude. And you guys are retarded for supporting that.
Resulting in the death of some people. You never know. So here's a thought. Stop getting in the way. Do your protests on the footpath or the pavement, or maybe there's like sectioned off areas or designated areas where you can protest. Feel free to do that. But blocking regular people is so beyond common sense. It's just annoying.
Popeyes, te trae la
fucking thing, dude, is just like, it's just fucking retarded, dude. Like, why can't you just protest? Like, the reason those protests worked back in the 60s so much is because of the pushback. They were peacefully sitting there not doing anything. They'd be at a park or something, and these motherfuckers would show up, dude, and like hose them and shit, and it would just show. And then when they broadcast this, like these horrors to the rest of the population, people are like, holy fuck, these guys are these cops are taking it too far. Well, and when we look at the shit that's going on in California, it's like firebombed cars, like absolute goonbag behavior, and I don't want to support your cause, brother. Like, I don't want to, like, look here and be like, wow, dude, look what they're doing. Well, look how great they're doing. I mean, when I lived in Portland during the riots there, dude, I was never thinking, you know, maybe I should join their, maybe their cause is super righteous. No, dude, I was fucking over it, and I wanted it to be done.
Guess we can't go through. Big formation of cops. Look at that, National Lawyers Guild Legal Observer with the merge. I'm a 4-year sub. With the merge. Nice.
Ay, 4-year sub to Hasan and bought Hasan merch. What a flippin' loser, dude. You could not torture that information out of me. Congratulations on failing to have a shred of common sense. Looks like a full-grown man as well, bro. Tragic. Also, Hasan, can you take that fucking press vest off? You are not the press, bro.
Bro is like the worst example. Like, this dude could never be considered press, dude. His biggest breaking interview was calling a terrorist fucking Luffy.
You're a terrorist sympathizer. You're not a journalist documenting things on both sides, being fair. You're a propaganda machine doing anything and everything you can to twist the narrative in your favor. And by the way, I just gotta point out, for like 30 minutes straight, every 2 seconds in Hasan's chat, you will see this exact same message. ACAB. All right, now, if you don't know what ACAB is, it means all cops are bastards. Not cops who did something illegal.
By the way, dude, when I lived in like, it was like Portland, right? Every fucking bench, dude, every wall, everywhere, dude, there was like Antifa. Like, they would write Antifa in spray paint, or they would spray paint ACAB. It was so cringe, bro. It's like, dude, can we not have, like, can there be like a single spot that isn't spray painted with your fucking bullshit, dude? Like, this is why I don't like you, because you're just destroying property for no reason. I instantly don't like your cause when you start fucking spray painting bullshit everywhere.
Or broke the law or used excessive force or something like that. All cops. That is definitely not a cult mentality akin to racism where you take all people and group them into one bracket. Let's just ignore the fact that there's plenty of cops who literally sign up to protect people and safeguard their community. There's plenty of cops who risk their lives every day to keep you safe. Hasan, you literal brain dead moron. If somebody robs your house and lights your car on fire or threatens your life, who are you calling? The cops? But I thought all cops were bastards. It's insane, just the levels of hypocrisy. They always—
Dude, no, he's already explained this, dude. If somebody firebombs his car, dude, he'll just buy another one because he's got enough money to do it, dude. It's okay, brother. People shouldn't get mad because they're rich anyways, so fuck them.
Take it too far. Now, I'm not going to show it. You can find these on Twitter, but there's literally tons of videos of people like burning American flags in some of these protests. I'm pretty sure Ethan Klein from HCSC was also reacting to them as well. And that is just insane to me. If the whole concept is that you love America and want to stay so bad, why are you burning American flags? Dude, those have got to be Hasan fans. That is like the level of hate right there. And if any of you for a second think that Hasan is some sort of real revolutionary just because he stepped out of his mansion for 5 seconds, just go back to the Gaza clip.
Here's another thing. I am going to take like a crazy stance here. Doesn't matter what the flag is, you should be allowed to burn it under the First Amendment. They've already fought for that in court. That has been shown to be under the First Amendment. You should be allowed to burn flags, and I mean any flag. I think you should be able to burn the American flag. I think you should be able to burn the LGBT flag. I think you should be able to burn the "Don't Tread on Me" flag. Any fucking flag should be available to be burned because it is now protected under the First Amendment, and I am a freedom of speech absolutist. Now, when I see people going to jail for burning an LGBTQ flag and it's considered a hate crime, and then other people will burn an American flag, I think it's a fucking retarded hypocrisy. Because at the same time, if you're willing to perform the and like live under the fucking freedoms of the First Amendment, you can't be mad that other people are utilizing the First Amendment as well.
I might actually take Marsh with me to Gaza.
Gaza?
Yeah.
Marsh, you can say no.
I already asked him. He said yes.
I do kind of have a little bit of FOMO. Cutie and I both.
We want to go to Gaza.
I'm working on it right now.
Is it dangerous?
Yeah.
Yes.
Brother, I'm not going to Israel so you can execute me, okay? Stop.
Dude, he was like, oh, dude, I'm gonna virtue signal. I'm gonna go to Gaza, dude. I'm gonna virtue signal. It'll be a really great clip. Everybody will rally behind me. And then when he didn't fucking follow through with it, people like called him on it, and he was like, I'm not going. I swear to God, it's too dangerous.
Demanding that I go to Israel. Stop demanding that I go to Nazi Germany.
Is it dangerous?
Yeah. Yes. Thinking about going to Gaza thing is also kind of stupid.
Dude, I might actually take Marsh with me to Gaza.
Because I was invited by literal journalists that work in Gaza.
Is it dangerous?
Yeah. Yes. Okay. And I unfortunately most likely will not be able to go because—
Is it dangerous?
Yeah. Yes. The people that I did talk to said that they could not give me security assurances. Yeah. Yes. That Israel would not kill me.
Dude, I might actually take Marsh with me to Gaza.
Is it dangerous?
Yeah. Yes.
It's too dangerous.
I mean, if you're a fucking journalist, you think these on-the-ground journalists who go to these war-torn countries have assurances they're going to be okay? Absolutely not. They go there because that's their job and they want the truth. They want to report on what's happening. So they go out and be fucking journalists. That's what their job is. That's what they sign up for. You fucking cosplay as one, and then when push comes to shove, you want to sit in your nice cushy mansion and just complain about America.
Yeah, of course this absolute pussy is gonna do some performative bullshit for propaganda, and at the very first sign of danger, he will run away. Like, immediately cozy up in his $3 million mansion. Never forget, this guy is a giant pussy. Anyways, I also wanted to talk about this situation with Sabrina Carpenter. Basically, she had a vinyl cover where she was on her knees, and it was implying, like, sucking off a guy or something, and it was, like, some derogatory stuff. And obviously, she's a popular celebrity now, a big influence, and she got a lot of criticism from people calling her out, like, oh, this is just degrading yourself, this is embarrassing, and Hasan has to come in to defend her, obviously.
Did you see the new Sabrina Carpenter controversy, which is hilarious? Gen Z has turned into such Puritans.
By the way, dude, I honestly think that that's just a funny cover. Like, I think it's actually not a bad picture. Like, these type of people who are like, oh my god, she's been too much of a slut. Oh, dude, who cares?
No, the Sabrina was like too soon and too publicly humiliating. I find it strange that people take this kind of role, people take this kind of position. Is not being anti-sex to say how sex and media portrays women? Oh my god. No, I'm not just talking about this in general. I'm talking about like Zoomers that weirdly enough went so hyper woke that they actually ended up flipping back to a puritanical attitude, and that is what is being exhibited right now. I don't think that this is like setting women back.
By the way, there's portions of this I do agree with. Absolutely. I'm not the type of guy that's gonna sit here and like say everything always is bad just because it's coming out of his mouth. No, I genuinely hate this guy. Absolutely. But I think that there is a portion of this to where he is making some points that people have gone so crazy that they're just becoming the thing that they used to be. Well, the starting point. I see it in video games all the time where it's like, oh, it's too violent, it's glorified, it's the male fantasy. And it's so funny to me because back in like the 2000s, it was the fucking like puritanical fucking Christians are like, Grand Theft Auto, it's too violent, it's ruining the youth. It's just the same thing over again. And I always think it's funny when you got like people like Matt Walsh and then fucking Anita Sarkeesian, and they're echoing the same they have the same point but different messages. It's so dumb, dude.
It is absolutely setting women back. Of course, she can do whatever she wants, but you will be criticized for this dumb type of shit where you're degrading yourself, and a lot of...
Nah, I don't think it's setting women back. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I posted a sexy picture. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, I'm gonna disagree with you here. If a girl wants to make like a fucking vinyl cover that is like slightly slutty, and they're like, dude, I want to get away from it, because her image before was like more of a clean image, and so now she's like breaking away with it. It's kind of the Miley Cyrus move. I'm completely cool with that. If you want to get your fucking freak on and be a little crazy with your art, do it, dude. I don't care, and I'm not gonna fucking sit here on my little tower of virtue and fucking tell you different.
Girls are looking up to her, so she's obviously a bad influence. But honestly, I can't really expect morals from Hasan Piker, the guy who went to a brothel in Germany that was rated for human trafficking and had underage people in it. Obviously, he's gonna have this take where he loves watching women degrade themselves. And I also found this clip where apparently Hasan is joining the cuck club with iDubbbz. Here he admits to dating a prawn star, which already shows you his level of standards. And then he says he doesn't care if she sleeps with other people.
Dating a porn star, like, did you care that she was fucking other guys for work? No.
She only had sex with one dude through the entire process for work, and I didn't care.
Oh my god, now we know why he's such good friends with iDubbbz. They both love watching. All right, fellas, we got a new slogan, terrorist supporting cuck. Oh my lord, wonderful. Just
bro's falling down the rabbit hole. Now, again, dude, I don't give a shit what people that do in their regular life. I think it's funny. I'm gonna make fun of you. No, nothing's off bounds to make fun of somebody. Absolutely, we can call him dude, the narcissist cuck over here. The fucking he was too busy looking in the mirror, and she needed to go find another guy. That's what happened, dude. He was too busy fucking flexing in a mirror, talking about how much better looking he was than everybody else. And she was like, listen, I need some dick. I'm gonna go find it somewhere else. And he was like, yeah, do whatever, dude. I'm not done taking pictures of myself.
when you think it can't get any better, it does. You thought we'd run out of material on episode 40, but we just got fresh from the press right here. Fresh from the oven here, my god. Anyways, let's move on to the protests. Apparently people are trying to light federal buildings on fire now, and they're leaving fires in the middle of the road to block traffic.
This shit happened in Portland, and somebody threw like a Molotov cocktail in the forest and like caught the forest on fire too, dude. It was fucking insane when I lived in Portland.
As the rioters try to set fire to the federal building.
Dude, it was so funny in Portland, dude. We were, there was like the mayor went and like marched, got maced, and was like complaining about it, and then like 3 days later, they lit his house on fire.
But mainly just kept a tiny bonfire on the street, attempting to block traffic from going by.
Yeah, just looking at this, these people are criminals. This is a riot. If you're setting things on fire, causing this much unrest, this is just a riot. Also, leaving fires in the middle of the road is so sinister because cars are passing through, right? That could easily spiral into something way worse, like an explosion. It's just sad, like, how far this has gotten.
As Jonathan Cho shows us, Seattle is just a scene out of Mad Max if it was a Lifetime original movie.
Oh, this is Seattle? This makes sense. This makes sense, dude. Seattle and Portland are like the fucking goon capitals of chaos.
But obviously, they're too afraid to block this garbage truck.
Yeah, fucking poor garbage man's like, dude, I just want to go home. I've been picking up garbage, fucking, it's nighttime. I am done. I am supposed to clock off. And all I want to do is go home and jerk off real quick. And you're stopping me from edging to victory, bro. I'm gonna fucking get home no matter what you fucking goon bags try to do.
Or even these armored Cybertrucks. Or even this random SUV with a family inside, floated right through their group.
I'm not gonna lie, driving through this type of shit is really sketchy, dude. I didn't have to deal with very much when I lived in Portland. We were leaving town one time, and we were behind a SWAT car, and there was like people, there was like Proud Boys on one side, and then like the other, the like Antifa group on the other, and they were like screaming and throwing shit at each other, and I just wanted to get fucking gone as quick as humanly possible. Yeah, like they weren't blocking traffic or anything at that time, but it was, I just didn't want to be a part of it. I was like, both of you guys are being fucking goon bags right now, and like, can we just not do this?
As the only car they successfully stopped was some scared girl who apparently had to abandon her vehicle at a fair, which begs a question. What does a random girl, a family, and a garbage truck have to do with Donald Trump's deportations? Absolutely nothing.
Congratulations, guys. You stopped the deportations by scaring a random girl, making her abandon her car. Wow, we did it, guys. The Hassan Piker revolution has worked. We love America. Dude, what is law enforcement doing? Actually lock these psychos up. My God. If you're on the footpath, like peacefully protesting with a sign, making your voice heard, power to you. I support you. But if you're...
do your thing, buddy. If you have a cause that you believe in, I fully support you being able to support it. I think that if you want to do a march down the streets, I think you should coordinate it with the city. I think that you should be able to do that. That way they can reroute traffic and not have like general civilians that have like actual life things, and also like people that are hurt and ambulances and shit be able to get to their destinations. I think that you should coordinate it to make sure that you make your voice heard. And I am I will never be against that. But once you start burning shit, once you start like ruining once your rights are infringing on other people's rights to the point that they can't like go about their normal day, you're not protesting anymore. You're being a fucking dickhead.
Blocking somebody's path, don't be surprised when you're roadkill. Now, apparently the police in Seattle is useless and is supporting these criminals.
Well, you grab the Duracell batteries.
Yeah, no shit, it's fucking Seattle, dude. Like, you expect Seattle or Portland or LA to do anything about this shit? No, they're like, I promise it's only a little bit of fire, dude. You'll be okay. It's, what, you have insurance.
Where were the cops during all of this? Apparently they were stationed nearby, but didn't seem to make any major arrests.
In Madison, that's where all the Antifa militants are now waiting.
As their local police chief seems focused on protecting the protesters.
How will SPD show up under your leadership to serve and protect our residents when Seattleites are protesting the federal administration and are facing the U.S. military on the streets of Seattle?
I will do everything in my power, I want to be clear, to protect anyone in Seattle from anyone who comes to the city with the intention to hurt them or inhibit their First Amendment rights. At some point, I will probably go to jail and be in prison.
How is the First Amendment lighting shit on fire, dude? That is not free speech. Why is this dude in a uniform talking about how he's willing to go to jail for this? Bro, fire this guy. Holy shit. You should be upholding the law, not supporting violence.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. It's so crazy to me how it went from like protesting, like everybody agrees that protesting is cool, like fine, cool and based, and you can do it whenever, but like lighting shit on fire, breaking windows and shit is not okay. Like fucking condemn these guys so it doesn't hurt your overall message, because all this is doing is hurting your overall message.
Violent criminals. Now apparently they're also attacking anybody attempting to record their crimes.
So sadly, as Cam Higbee was recording the riots, the mob attacked him. As bootleg Batman did absolutely nothing to stop it. with Cam's helmet showing the damage of the attack, waking up the next morning with a random nosebleed as he definitely had a concussion. And that's the official strategy they've adopted. They know what they're doing at best is dumb. And
yeah, this happened in Portland. Some dude was wearing like a, it wasn't like a MAGA hat, but it was definitely like I don't know, it was like a pro Second Amendment hat or something, and they put him down on his knees in the middle of the street, and they, because after they like chased him for a while, and like on the camera you could hear like get the Trump supporter, and they put him on his knees and fucking executed him in the middle of the street. That's not protesting, bro. That's not protesting. That's political violence, dude, and that's not okay.
Worst is a felony. So just like we saw in Los Angeles, they've begun
it's the same thing with like January 6th. Once they broke into the Capitol, dude, once they broke windows and shit, it was no longer a peaceful protest. It was no longer chill, dude. It was active fucking political violence, and it should have been stopped. And I disagree with like Trump pardoning all those guys. I think that they should have served the time for like the ones that were like actually violent, should have been prosecuted for being violent. I think they should have done a little bit more due diligence and checking out everybody that before they just did a blanket pardon. They did the easy thing. They did the easy thing and did a blanket pardon, but I think they should have looked into the guys a little bit better. And the people who are actually violent at this protest should have been held accountable for it, just as I believe that these guys should be held accountable for their violence.
Attacking anybody who dares record their crimes.
Yeah, don't record me committing crimes, bro. Let me just loot this place in peace. Let me light these fires and destroy my city in peace. No wonder these people hate cameras, because you obviously wouldn't want someone recording you when you're committing a crime. And I just love how you gotta get all your information through Twitter or random slop tubers or whatever, and the mainstream media will never show any of this. They will only show a bunch of people with signs and be like, well, that's pretty much it. There's no war in Ba Sing Se. And if you try to record anything else, we will literally beat your ass. Now, apparently people are dying too. It's escalated that much.
Just look at what happened at the No Kings protest in Salt Lake City, where one person lost their life. They got lucky that the shooter was an idiot, and someone snatched his backpack with the weapon still inside as he tried to hide in plain sight.
It's a rifle right here. Hey, right there. This guy, I just grabbed this from this guy. He's right there. Get up, bro. Get up.
But now, the local CBS affiliate headlines peaceful protester died after being unintentionally shot by a designated peacekeeper at the protest. For being reportedly peaceful people that protest peacefully, they sure do violently end each other quite frequently.
Peaceful person with a gun shooting other peaceful people. The media is doing their best to play damage control here. Now, it turns out a bunch of people are exposing themselves for being racist, and they're pointing out that the reason they don't want to deport illegal immigrants is because they do cheap labor.
As now,
yeah, this is fucking goofy, dude. Every time I see somebody like, oh, who's gonna mow the lawns? And it's like, Jesus Christ, bro. Do you just like see this entire group of people as just your fucking help? That's disgusting.
Residents are crying about their missing serfs.
So I'm in my beautiful city, LA, and I have friends texting me like all morning. My gardener didn't show up, my housekeeper didn't show up, my farmer's—
Oh no, my fucking the help didn't show up because they were afraid of getting deported. What are we gonna do? Where am I gonna find somebody that'll work under minimum wage and clean my fucking house so that I can brag to my friends about how clean my house is? It's so gay, dude. What type of goblin are you?
market was closed. Everyone's scared. And you 1%ers that only voted for Trump because of money? Guess what? You're gonna have to do your own dishes.
1%ers, he won the fucking popular vote, brother. Like, I'm not the biggest Trump guy, right? I'm not the biggest fucking super Trump guy or whatever. But when we hear this shit like the 1%ers, bro, if he only got 1% of the vote, he would have been fucking like, dude, Kamala would have slapped her pussy lips across his face 800 times and laughed her evil cackle laugh into his fucking eyes and say, look how much better than I am than you, if he would have only gotten the 1% vote. That's fucking retarded, bro. It's delusional to have that take.
Or clean your own house or mow your own lawn and oh, that wonderful produce, the organic produce you get for your brunches, you're going to actually have to do some work around your house.
Why do they always go back to this?
Yeah, no shit. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, the rich people, the fucking rich entitled LA people have to clean their own houses. Oh my god, dude. How bad do I feel for them? Not at all. I do not give a shit.
Kick every Latino out of this country, then who is going to be cleaning your toilet, Donald Trump?
Oh, that's no.
Oh my god, bro. The self-report is hilarious. I actually just want to use slave labor, guys. I want to pay $2 an hour and have them wipe my ass, actually. What do you mean I don't love immigrants? I love them. They do my dishes. Wow, who would have thought the people saying I'm not racist are actually the racist ones? Who would have thought? Now, apparently there's been no problems in Florida because the Florida sheriff is not...
Dude, yeah, down here in Florida, bro, it's been mad chilling, bro. It's been mad chilling down here. It's like, you have no idea what it was like going from Portland to here. It's been so much chiller here since I moved here. Like, I'll hear about some shit in, like, Tallahassee, it'll be bad, and I'll be like, oh my god, dude. But it's, like, once every blue moon, and as opposed to, like, every fucking weekend, brother.
Not effing around.
If you resist lawful orders, you're going to jail. Let me be very clear about that. Ooh. If you block an intersection or a roadway in Brevard County, you are going to jail. Ooh. If you flee arrest, you're going to go to jail tired because we are going to run you down and put you in jail. If you try to mob rule a car in Brevard County, gathering around it, refusing to let the driver leave.
That's right.
In our county, you're most likely going to get run over and dragged across the street.
Jesus Christ, bro. I mean, the person who runs him over, I definitely think should get like manslaughter for sure. That's a little fucking crazy to just hit somebody. I mean, if they're like beating your car or whatever, and like you're scared for your life, it's a little different. I mean, obviously there's a lot of fucking layers to this shit. Well, it's not like I'm just it's not. We're not talking about like a fucking piece of bread here. This is like a cake or an onion, brother. So I'm not like giving like every type of time that a car hits somebody, it is fucking instantly manslaughter, but I think this is a little bit fucking hyperbolic here.
If you spit on us, you're going to the hospital and in jail.
If you wanted to distill down what are my positions on this dude is reading them out like a checklist.
If you hit one of us, you're going to the hospital and jail. And most likely get bitten by one of our big, beautiful dogs that we have here.
Big, beautiful dogs. Wow.
If you throw a brick, a firebomb, or point a gun at one of our deputies, we will be notifying your family where to collect your remains at.
Oh, fuck, brother. Oh, fuck, brother, dude. Jesus, my brother. Holy fuck, dude. Dude's not playing around. If you if you sneeze and try to punch me, I will come on your fucking ashes. Jesus Christ, brother. Fucking savage mode. This dude does not fuck around. He is fuck around and find out type of guy right here.
We'll be notifying your family where to collect your remains.
Oh my God.
Because we will kill you graveyard dead. We're not going to play.
Kill you graveyard dead.
This has got to stop.
As opposed to mortuary dead. Very different. I've done studies on this.
You're watching what's taking place out there. You're seeing police officers that are being attacked, being put in harm's way just for doing their job.
I bet they don't have a lot of these problems over in Florida. I got a feeling that maybe this doesn't happen a whole lot over there, right?
Graveyard dead is diabolical, bro. I would not mess with this guy. If you're gonna try to block paths or light things on fire in Florida, just be prepared when they bust out the alligators to chomp your leg off.
Yeah, dude, I mean, if everybody who assaulted a cop just got instantly arrested, I think that this shit wouldn't be this way, dude. It's like, come on, bro. Again, everyone's cool with you protesting. Just don't be a fucking dickhead.
I mean, it sounds very threatening, and I saw like Reddit completely freaking out about this, calling this authoritarian, but this is literally the police upholding the law, and they're still allowing peaceful protests, which is how it should be, right? So yeah, I don't know, F around, find out. They just don't want their city to burn, you know? Now click this video so Hasan goes to Gaza and does a Twitch stream with his buddy Hamas. I wonder how that will go. Okay, thanks for—
Dude, that was fucking diabolical. That whole video was just absolutely wild. That's been a weekend Hasan, my boys. It's been crazy. This was absolutely fucking insane as always, dude. This is never not insane. Every time he drops a video, it is fucking wackadoodle mode, I have to say, bro. More Pegasus is constantly providing great content. But yeah, that's the thing. I mean, we got some times where I even gave some Hasan some flowers, which is nice of me. Look, I'm a fucking good guy. I'm a fucking good guy here, you fucks. Anyways, that's all I got on that one. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.